welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today I'm going to be working on Junk Journal July. I should be able to get 9 and 10 on this video, unlike the last video, which I thought I'd get more, but I decided I needed to do a project in between those. And if you're watching in order, you saw the video I made prior to this, which comes into what I'm picking for day 9's prompt. Favorite supply. So my favorite supply is tags, labels. Love these. Love them, love them. So the video right before this showed how I made these. They turn out even, you know, when you think you're making something in your mind is going to be good, and then when it's finished, it's even better. Like, well, this was even better. So I have my labels with my letters and the little script with the, I'm just gobsmacked how much fun these are. Little floral swirls, little graphy kind of lines. So many. I mean, this one just worked perfectly with like that on the bottom in the script, the letters to the side. I mean, it's just that looking. I mean, I just could go on and on and on and on and on and on. I love them. So if you haven't checked out the video right before this, where I put making my own tags, labels, I will link that into the description. Go check it. Look at that, see how I made these. They are awesome. So, all right, so today's for 9, like I said, I'm gonna use a favorite supply, so I'm gonna make a page with not just these labels, but other labels in general, but a lot of these that I decided to use. So I'm gonna squish these out of the way. Get them out of here. There we go. Whoops, couple more. Okay, so I kind of have a few already selected out here in my book. So if you haven't checked it out, Days 8 video with that tag, really cute. I love it. So this is going to be day 9 with labels. So I've gotten a couple that I did in the previous video. I showed I stamped that one, just a Tim Holtz stamp. With the little background showing through, just very cute. This one I did too, just a couple Tim Holtz stamps, but you can see the ghost image in the back of the other stuff, just adorable. So this one, I ended up putting one of my circles, which is another one of my favorites, but I like using these recently. I like the dynamics between these circles that I have and tag shapes, rectangles, squares. I also have a little label here. I also picked another one of these. This is, I have a video out with where I made my faux Tim Holtz mini labels. I can always tell they're mine because there's a beigeish or brownish cardstock on the back. So I'm going to include one of those because that's one of my favorite labels. I don't remember if that's a true, I think that was a Tim Holtz. I don't think that was one of, but it's a mini label, and I love mini labels. It's basically why I use that twice. This is a Tracy Fox label. I like her one, so I included that. This label, with the fancy lettering, I thought having a stamp on there would be good. I do like using my real postage stamps on things, so I made a tag with that, which I thought is just really cute. How simple is that? Just a simple tag. It's got the decoration on there already. Just throw a stamp on there and I've got a tag. This one, it ended up with like a postage in the center. I put a mushroom on there. I'm like I said, gobsmacked at how cute these are. And then I included a digital kind of label that I have printed out. I can't say who they're from. I'm not sure. And then I do have a digital, this was from the Junk Journal, I believe. Love Junk Journals. One of her digitals. It was a dictionary page, full dictionary pages that I printed on digital. I'm just adding in the back because when it was just labels on there, it looked kind of blah. So I just want to put this on a background just to jazz it up a little bit while I make that page. So let's get rid of this old glue page and get a new glue page. And move those to the side. Okay, so, all right. So hopefully you're having a good day. I'm having a wonderful day. Sun was out shining, it wasn't too hot. Birds are singing. Yeah, fun stuff. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna put that over here just to kind of break up the monotony. Now, if you watch my first video when I created this journal, I did say that I'm using these brownish neutral pages in here. That's all they are, just so that if I want to add some fun colors, it's just kind of a neutral background, because it's not really about the journal necessarily. It's about, you know, what I put in there, all about me kind of deal. So I didn't want the pages to really reflect anything. So, all right, I was thinking about putting that up a little higher, so put this in there. And then we'll add the tags as we go. Okay. All right, so thinking about putting that one there. Putting those like there. Mushroom tag over there. That one up there. This one down here. Yeah, I think I like it. All right, let's start with this one up top. Well, let's see, it's a little thicker. The cardstock I chose to print those tags on was definitely a little thicker. It almost did not go through my printer. I actually printed one. It got a little stuck in there, so one row of labels kind of got off kilter, but I watched the next one after and just made sure I kind of touched the top of the paper so it went through, and it was all good. All good after that. I recently got a new Epson EcoTank 2800 that replaced a Canon that I had that would print stuff very lightly. It was not meant for printing nice stuff, so I've been quite excited about using it, and it has worked out pretty good so far. Oh, I also want to say these, a lot of these tags had not necessarily angles, they were like little swoopy curves in there. So I took my crocodile eyelet thing and I used the small hole, and I am just putting it in there and looking through the hole and clicking it. Now if I could track down my hole punch, which now I just thought of it, I know exactly where it is right there, could do the same thing with just doing the edge, instead of trying to go in with the scissors and swooping them. Some of them, those tags I had were just the slant ones, so those were easier to do, but yeah, that's what I did to notch these out, kind of like a ticket with a little hole punch. So. Yeah. And I know these aren't the most exciting colors, because I pretty much have all the generic-y ones on here, but it really is all about the labels and how I love labels. And I love being able to find ways to create my own. Kind of like how I, and I'll link the video for the Tim Holtz. When I was making the Tim Holtz labels, I loved his, but I was using them sparingly because, you know, don't want to have to track them down. And then I thought, well, if I buy another bag of them, they're pretty much the same labels I've used before. So I figured out a way to make my own Tim Holtz type small mini labels. So now I can have an everlasting, ever-ending supply of those, now that I figured out how to track those, make those. And then now, I really do like my Tracy Fox labels, the ones she's got pre-printed, that are similar in shape. But I now really like the fact that I can go and create my own, because each time I go and create a sheet of these, which you can see in the previous video how I did it, each time I create a sheet of them, each label is different. The little background shadows are different, so no tool will ever be the same. And it really did not take me that long to do, so yeah. Okay, let's put that on there. Oops, nope. Bag up the bus. My Tracy Fox labels are printed on printer paper. So I don't need to do that. Put that down here. I thought it was kind of floating there. All right, so the question is, do I have one more type of label that I have that I'd like to put there that I haven't quite used yet? I did my stamped. I did the Tracy's. And I did a big one. I tried to track down a small one, throw in there. Nice different shape, that could work. I like the fact that it's a different shape. Compound cathartic pills. Making labels are cathartic. I like that. I think I'm gonna go with cathartic. Okay. All right, well, that'll fill the space up, I think. And we're gonna throw a little ink around the edge, get rid of that white. And we'll glue this down. Right there. Yeah. Cathartic. I like it. Okay. Well, that is going to be day 9 of my Junk Journal July challenge. And couldn't get the bit back there. Yeah. So we're gonna check off Favorite Supply. Okay. I'm gonna clean this up and I'm gonna do number 10. It is going to be typography. So I will be right back with that. All right, I am back and ready to do day 10. Okay, so typography. I've decided to do it over 2 pages. This one I pretty much got set up, I think, how I want to have it. I've got this label digital that's got this really fun scripty font, and I found this with the fountain pen, so it kind of looks, you know, like how they were doing it. I have these tags here that were, if you watch my video, again, when I did these, I had a sheet where I was printing some digitals and then printed the labels on top of those. So this was one of those, some of the tags from that batch that I had done off camera. So I just like the colors that went with them because I kind of got the pinks and the browns. There's pinks and greens in here. So I'm thinking about putting these just kind of, you know, there's different fonts on there basically. It's got open letters, blocky like collegiate, that's with the run. So yeah, so that's why I decided to do that. And on the back of this page just happened to be a typography kind of page. So I didn't want to cover it too much, but yet I didn't want to just leave it blank. So this was the back of my just regular scrapbook, so it was white. So what I was thinking of doing is I was going to probably put this on here, which is also typographic. I got a little tag that I might put nearby too. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp with my typography kind of stamps that I have, letters, numbers, that kind of thing, just randomly. I found a couple colors that I thought I'd like to work with. I have Mowed Lawn, which is green. There's some green in there. And then I've got this Archival Ink Pink Peony, because there's pink in there. So I was thinking of just putting on the background some of these kind of stamps, kind of all over the place, and then putting that on top. So we will see how that goes. Now, this is going to be kind of lumpy. So I did track down a piece of chipboard cardboard that I'd like to use and that should hopefully work a little better to be able to stamp. So we give it a go, as they say. When I created the book, didn't think about necessarily, you know, what you'd want to do on each page. I probably could go ahead, if this doesn't really work, get a piece of paper and then just stamp on that and then glue that down, but it's really meant to be just a background, not really meant to be seen per se, so nothing has to be necessarily clear with it. So I think I might be okay with just doing that. All right, I'll put this in one more spot and then we'll move on to another one. This could be dangerous. It was. I like the little pink in the center. Okay. Well, like I said, a lot of this is going to be covered up, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's see. Let's see if I can do some of this. I think I'm going to just stamp it off a little before I stamp it on. Boy, that just looks like a smudge, huh? Okay, we're not going to do that one. Sometimes I think it's the color on these too. If you use the wrong kind of color, they look a little more not so good. Not so good. All right. I think I like the pink a little better. Maybe we'll do half and half. Yeah, not working out as well as I would hope. Not as much. All right, let's see if we can find some smaller ones that maybe I can sneak in there. All right. This just has some nice letters on there. Oops. Not too bad. All right, something else with some fun font kind of letters that we want to do. Let's do that. Yeah, that worked. And why don't we try this one with the green. that's going to be covered up completely right in there. That's where I was thinking about putting my that. So maybe something right there, maybe the 3. We'll do the 5. I put that 5 stamp over there. Yes, I did. I like that 5 stamp. So no one says you can't use it twice. Right? Right. Okay. Okay. Okay, now what about one more right in there that has some scripty fonts? And I don't get to use this one too often, so let's condemn this bad boy. Probably off camera, sorry. Got a lot going on here. Yeah, I like that. But that didn't answer my little issue with right there. So let's put another type of font. I want something more square. Whoops. I want something more square. Tiny, tiny little font. Okay. All right, let's go with pink right there. Okay, you came off of here, and we'll do you in green, and then we'll do you in green, and then we'll do one more and pink. And we'll call this one, glue the tags down. I think I've lost the lid. Oh, there it is. Upside down. Okay. All right, so get these out of the way. All right, close those stamps pads up. Just move them out of the way in case I realize I need them somewhere else. Okay. All right, not too bad. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna just hook it up there so I can still see that. All right, so get my stamped off glue pad out of the way and get this glued down. Now, when I originally made this book, I ended up having 44 pages, so I figured if I did 31 days, I would have enough to be able to do a couple of the days as double. So I'm not too worried about running out of pages at the moment. Most of my other ones have been single. And even some of them, like this, was day 7 and day 8, so they were kind of combined onto one page. So I think in the end I'll probably have a couple pages even left over. So, okay. Now I do also have these little tags here that I have left that had some put that there and kind of block that mess. Don't want to necessarily block the 5 though. Those have some interesting typography. This is the couple of the stamps that got all wackadoodle on this page that ended up not looking so good. Put that down there. Oh, I think that'll work. Maybe do that or do that. All right, I think I like that a little better. Okay, so we're going to put that one down at the bottom. This one. Whoops. I really do love these tags. If I haven't said it enough, these truly are one of my new favorite things. I mean, I always liked labels before, but yeah, these are fun. Like I said, I don't even have to decorate those. Those look good on their own, but if I wanted to throw something on there, you know, if I wanted to put another label or tag, I definitely could do that, which I might. I'll leave that there for a moment, see how that looks. Okay, so this one is going to go right about there, I believe. Ooh, I forgot to do that one. Are you upside down? No. You are upside down though. Yes. Boston Sunday Post Music Supplement. Okay. All right, so you're gonna go there. I was at Walmart recently and I see that the back to school stuff is coming back up again. So I was wondering, I've been using the Yoo-hoo sticks. They work great, but I noticed that, of course, when you're at the Walmart for back to school, they have a ton of those Elmer's glue sticks, and you can get them pretty cheap. I was wondering, does anybody use the Elmer's glue sticks and like how they work? I'll get my Yoo-hoos on Amazon, get like a box of, I think comes box of 12 or something. But you know, each stick is a couple bucks each, and if I can get those sticks, I think they're a little smaller for, you know, 50 cents each, how much I seem to go through them, that would be great. So if anybody has good thoughts or bad thoughts on these Elmer's school ones, put a note in the comments. I'd be interested to hear if I should hit them up before they're all gone from the back to school kids. All right, so I don't know if I want to put both of them now, since I did that already. Maybe I want to put one of these there. Scissors. Oh yeah, I was, I know everybody moves fast, but when we were going through Walmart, I was getting a birthday card for my niece, and they were redoing the whole card section. I don't know if there was like 12 cards in a section. I don't know if they were getting rid of it or redoing it all or what the story was, but there's nobody around to ask. So luckily I did find a card there for her. But I digress. As I was walking from the card place toward the front register, I see somebody with a cart all just loaded with the back to school supplies, the spirals and the folders, and as I turn the corner, I see the aisles and they're setting them up. I'm like, holy cow, they're already setting them up, and people are already starting to buy the back to school stuff. So like it's barely past July 4th, you know? Okay. I'm still going to keep that over there. I like the size, a little smaller. Just adds a little bit of size difference to it there. And maybe I just don't need it. Sometimes you just got to know when to say stop. Okay. I think I'm going to say stop. Yeah. Okay, so there we have it. A little bit of typography. It works for me. Definitely not a page I would necessarily do in a regular journal. So this is nice to be able to kind of stretch your limitations, stretch your ideas of what you can do and how you do them, and just make something for the sake of making something. So, but all I can say is there's a lot of labels on these next 3 pages. So the next prompt that I do over here, we're going to have to go with something a little different than labels. So we'll have to take a look and see what prompts I can do on next for the 11. So, all right, well, I'm going to call this video done. And as usual, I hope you are enjoying the videos, getting some fun inspiration out of them, and things that you can do for yourself. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, so you can follow along on this journey through my my journal, which is what a mess if you haven't seen the beginning, and it's all about me, Lisa. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, click the thumbs up button if you like the video. And that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by, and as usual, have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.